What's happening? So I was out at lunch and got a call from one of my friends who's a tree guy. He's got a big
Continue on Massachusetts 28 south for 4 miles.
Sorry. He's got a big white oak log down not too far from me. He said 12, 13, 14 feet long, about 30 inches around. He sent me a picture of it. He said it's straight, really clear. He's got his machine down there. He said he couldn't load it until like 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, but his machine's on site, so I can go do it myself if I want. So that's what I'm going to do. I got the trailer on the back, heading down there. Figure I'd take you guys along for the ride. If I can set you up and get you to see a little bit of it, that'd be great. We'll see what happens. So hopefully I can figure out how to change the orientation of the video that I shot this morning, spreading the stone and grading the yard, because it came out messed up orientation wise. I can watch it in the right orientation. I thought I fixed it, but I guess I didn't, because it came out upside down. So I gotta kind of edit that video in my phone and see if I can get it to where it's in the right orientation for you guys to watch it before I upload it to YouTube. But anyway, so this is a big white oak log. I apologize now for if my GPS intervenes here and talks over me, but you know, white oak is super valuable. Normally I would have just told him I'm pretty full of logs and I can't take it, but you know, for a white oak it's a different story, especially for one that's really straight and really clear. It's the butt log. I don't have to clean up the site. All I gotta do is find a place to park and use his machine to load it on the trailer, bring it back. So, you know, this could be a good video, and hopefully I will remember to use the pause button so you guys don't have to sit around and just watch nothing for a while. We can talk about sawmilling for a while. So what I'm going through right now is kind of for the first time in my life, I'm going through a little bit of a bout with what they call freeze response. And what happens is you get a section of your brain, not the frontal lobe, but the middle part of your brain, that kicks you into, it's called the danger response. Go into a danger response, you go into fight or flight mode, and there's 4 modes to that. It's fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And basically what your brain does is your brain kicks you into that mode when it starts to short circuit based on danger or anxiety. And when some of the anxiety kind of...
In half a mile, slide right onto West Falmouth Highway.
When the anxiety builds up, kicks you into that mode, and it's subconscious. So there's no... You don't know what's happening. But what it does... is going to talk for a second.
Slide right onto West Falmouth Highway, then sharp left onto Palmer Avenue.
You don't know what's happening, but what it...
Sharp left onto Palmer Avenue.
What with me, what it does is it kicks me into, for the first time in my life, into a freeze mode where I can't... I have a hard time getting started in things. It's kind of like when you
continue on Palmer Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
When you have a lot of things going on where you have a hard time just doing any of them. And so I started doing some research, and I've got so much going on with the log yard and with personal life and stuff like that, that freeze mode's been kicking in the last couple of weeks, and it's been kind of sidelining me here. Shit, Dana's Kitchen's open. We gotta come down and get lunch at Dana's Kitchen one of these times. So I've been watching a lot of videos on it and doing some research on it to try to figure out how I can get myself out of this freeze mode thing, where when I have a choice of what I'm going to do today, sometimes the body just doesn't want to do anything. It just wants to chill out and sit, and that's what this mode does to you. It's a psychological...
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Sipawissip Road.
Response to what they call stressors. The more stressors that you have, they're cumulative. They add up to the point where your body feels like it's in danger. And even when you got a lot to do, your body just says, I'm not going to do anything. And it can be really hard.
Take the next right onto Sipawissip Road.
It can be really hard to click yourself out of it and get to work. I've never dealt with this before. I've always, just get up and gone to work and worked all day.
Continue on Sipawissip Road for 1.5 miles.
I've always worked all day and never really thought much about it, but this fight or flight thing is really kicking me for a loop. I'll go home, grab some lunch, get home, not feel like doing anything all afternoon. I don't have any big projects going on right now other than me trying to get our mill yard running. And so I'm fighting this a little bit. And really what the psychologists say is that you got to kind of take baby steps. You got to move, if it's real bad for, some people can't get out of bed. And for those people, just sitting up in bed is the first step. That's not the way it is for me. It's deciding to do something when I don't have to. So really what I'm going to try to do in the short term here is push through it, because what happens is as you start to push through it, your body says, oh, I'm not in danger, and it kicks out of it. And as you start to see some reward to what you're doing, you get some dopamine, and the dopamine kicks you out of it fast too. So just wanted to let you know what's going on. We're driving out in the middle of nowhere here. He says it's in a pretty remote spot. There's no issues, so we'll find that out in a minute, because this area in Sipawissip down on Cape Cod where I am right now is pretty tight overall. If I had to turn around in here, it would be a little bit of a challenge. Let me see if I can just let this guy go. Welcome. These are pretty tight, small streets. They're you guys can't see out the front, but they're all kind of framed in by little stone walls and granite walls, and everything. There's not a lot of room out here. But he said it's a pretty remote site and there's no problem at the site, so we'll find out fairly quickly. Done a little bit of work out here, so I kind of know the area. It's not too far from the house. But this fight or flight thing is, with it manifesting itself as a freeze response for me.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Haynes Avenue.
It's a new thing. And I guess it's, I was talking to my wife about it last night, and with this road, with the misogynistic kind of patriarchy.
Take the second left onto Haynes Avenue.
you know, get up, go to work, take care of the family thing that we're kind of all programmed into. That's kind of the way I've worked my whole life.
In 800 feet, continue straight onto Upland Avenue.
I've never had to deal with anything like this before. Oh my, no, don't pull out. Hold on, there's not enough room for all of us here. Hey, Prime Truck. Okay, so it is kind of a dirt road up in here, which is, I guess, good. This road's so thin, I'll flip you around really quick. This, you won't be able to see it. No, you won't be able to see it. You would take almost a special spot if we were too.
Continue straight onto Upland Avenue, then your destination will be on the right.
Okay, let me just pull out my piece of paper I just wrote down at lunch. See if I can see the number here, but it wants me to continue straight on Upland Avenue. I'm looking for 54 Upland. So Haynes goes right, Upland goes left. So we're looking for 54 Upland. I think it'll be pretty readily apparent when we get up here. I hope nobody comes the other way, because there'd be no way they'd get by me. I hope nobody's coming the other way when I go out, because there'd be no way anybody would get, I'd be able to get by.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, so this is probably it right here. I see his trailer up a little bit. Let's see. I see a bunch of white oak. That's a good sign. There is a little bit of a little kind of pull off here, so that's a good sign. This must be his Bobcat trailer. I see a pile of oak up in the woods up there. He said there's nobody at the house, but there is a truck up in here. Let me see if I can pull off the side of the road here. Man, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get out of here. Without hitting his trailer. Trees. All right, that looks good. So I'll take you with me. And just kind of kill this GPS thing here. Show you what the site. It's a pretty thin road. Pulled off the side here. Let's take a look and see what we got. See if I can maybe pull up and back into this driveway. We'll see where this log is and see where his machine is. So that's 55. So this has got to be 54. Hold up. I'm going to pause you. Yeah, so it's a pretty tight site. Just met with the neighbor. Instantly came out when I pulled in. I'm going to try to back down into this driveway if I can. It's pretty tight. He says the road goes in a circle, so that would be good, but see if I can get back down into this driveway. If I can't, I'll pull back up in here. Hopefully no cars come, because this is pretty tight here. Oh, look at that. Guy's got a freaking wood shed. So we're going to sneak down this road real carefully here, see if I can get this thing swung into this driveway where the wood is. Beautiful white oak log. Nice and straight, nice and clear. There's a couple of, just to try to help Herb out here, there's a couple of the logs in there that I might try to take out of here for him, that I might be able to cut. Nah. Come on. Come on, baby. It's going to be a tight swing into this driveway. There's a tree on this side of the road that is going to be tough to get around. I don't know if I can do it or not. We're going to try it first. The good thing about this trailer is that I can pretty much jackknife it and yeah, I don't know if I got enough room on this side to do this. I think, man, probably gonna have to jump out and just see if I'm making this swing all right. See, I got this tree right to my left right here. Big oak tree that I don't know if I can get past. Show you. Oops. That's what's out my window right now, and I think, I don't know if I can get past it. It'd be tight unless I get to the other, close to the other side of the road here. Maybe I can. Let's try it. And there's a kind of like a bush on the corner of the driveway here that I'm kind of driving through. See if I can get tight to the other side of the road. Maybe miss that tree. Hate it when I go the wrong way. Okay, let's see if I can get it like that. Get you. Just gonna jump out quick, see where I need to start cutting it, because I can't see that bush in the corner. Probably gonna have to jump out a couple times here. Looks like right now that I could maybe miss this tree. Hold on, be right back. Looks like I'm gonna high side it a little bit, so let's try it. Okay, I think I'm by it. Now, just a matter of getting myself lined up with this driveway. Oh, don't go that way too much. Jump out one more time. Nope, it's not gonna happen. There's no way I can make the swing without messing up their shit. So we'll get out of that bush. Not pulling it down. His trailer's in the best spot, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna have to go right back where I was. That's okay there. All right, try that. See if I can find you a holder here. 20 minutes, all you've done is watch me talk. Yeah, this thing's not gonna work. All right, I'm gonna pause you for a minute. Show you when I get up here. All right, so what I got my PV stuck in there, and a crowbar stuck in there. I'm gonna get a couple of blocks here so that when I put the log on here, put it up in the front, it doesn't roll right off the other side. Hopefully that's enough to stop it. So when I put the log up in here, set it on this front part so it can roll over and hit this stuff. And let's take you down in there and show you what's going on. Then I'll pause you again. So I wish I had my tripod with me, but I don't. It's their house up here. You can see that Herb's dropped a whole pile of white oak up there for that gentleman to use as firewood. This is the driveway here. It's kind of stuffing my trailer through the edge of this bush here. And I'm too long to make this swing with that tree right there. So I can't get the trailer going this way enough. So I was kind of over in here. There was no way I was going to make it. Pretty good size white oak here. Now the other thing that I could do, so we got pretty good size with nice straight clear white oak butt log. You can kind of take a look at, you know, the end grain of it there. So definitely take these two. I'll probably slab this one and save that one for something else. But what we do have is you got a pretty good straight one right there. That's a nice one. I'll take that one too. And this one right here. And I think if I stuck this one on first with that chunk off the side, it wouldn't let it roll over. And I could shove it over to the side of the trailer and give myself something to set that big one up against. And then set these two little ones on the edge, on the uphill side. So I think what I'm going to do first is take this one. He got his machine here, so that's what I'm going to take first. And I'll show you when I get back up there. So you can see you get that log with the big branch off the side on there first, and we'll roll the big one up against it. And then we'll take it from there. Well, that was kind of quick and painless. I'll show you what we got going on. Looks like there's some metal in the big log. It kind of sucks. I don't know that I would even come and get it if I knew that. Show you what I put on the trailer here. Worked out perfect with the big log. Almost shoved this funky one here off, but the blocks caught it. But if you look at the big log, look at the staining in it. So that kind of sucks because you know there's a pile of metal in it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's at least 6 stains there. I can see some of them. That's good. So you can see here's one here. Here's one here. Here's one here. That's all pretty simple. There's 3 there. So there's a bleed out here, here, and here. That's probably those 3. That big stain, and then there's 2 stains over here. Which means there's gonna be metal in the middle somewhere, and that sucks. That really sucks. I mean, this is a beautiful log too. Yeah, you can see the staining in that one coming through from this one. So I'm gonna put you guys on pause again, chain it down, and then I'll show you before I leave. All right, well, I got it all chained down. Pain in the ass, my chain binders need to be oiled. Well, we got chain binders across the back. Got 3 of them on here. Got this block trapped in here, so this can't come this way. And we'll try and get ourselves out of here. I'm gonna pause you until we get going. All right, so we'll see if we can get ourselves out of here. I think I got everything. Now I don't know where Herb's been sending his logs. There's a possibility. I consider Herb a friend, but there is a possibility that he saw the metal in that, and wherever else he's been sending, because I haven't got a log from Herb in a while, that wherever else he's been sending them, he knew they wouldn't take him with that metal. So, and that's kind of a pain. That's kind of a shame, to be honest with you. We're gonna go back roads just to, well, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what the easiest way is to get on the highway there. I don't think there is an easy way to get on the highway down here, so not really sure yet. Pretty tight quarters here. Maybe you can see out the back that way. But they are nice logs. These are going to be, unfortunately, kind of going to be a candidate maybe for chainsawing. I'm not sure. And the reason being, chainsaw chains, they do cost more, but typically you don't wreck them when you hit shit. I don't know if that's discussed enough, but I can mow through stuff with a chainsaw chain and keep going. It all depends on what's in there, what it's going to do to the bandsaw mill band. You know, bandsaw mill band, if you mow through a small nail, you can finish the cut. Your cut quality suffers, but you can finish the cut sometimes. If you hit something big, it's game over. And you really got to hit something massive to have game over on a chainsaw mill. And I don't know if you guys follow me, but if you watch back in some of my old chainsaw mill videos, just look for the ones where it talks about hitting stuff. If you look at some of those, you can kind of see that I've mowed through some pretty big stuff and kept going. This is just no good. We could do this here. So not sure yet. I mean, there's definitely metal in the logs, in the butt log. I don't see anything in the top logs, but in the butt log there's definitely metal. Now 3 of them, like I showed you on video, we can see, and they're pretty small and they're in the outside, but there's stuff in the middle too. So it's gonna be a crapshoot, and that's a shame on real nice high dollar white oak log like that. That's a shame. It really is. And I won't know till I start milling it how I'm going to handle it. But well, we're on our way home, and don't really see a whole reason to keep shooting this video. So just another thing to think about, you know, when you're out there and you're picking up logs, is the metal factor. You know, I've been on a decent run. I've really only ended up recently with you know, like 1 or 2 logs where I've ended up with a ton of metal in them. You know, other than that, I've actually been milling pretty clean. But this one definitely, the highest dollar log in that load is loaded with metal. So that just really sucks. I mean, we'll run the metal detector across it and we'll see what we can see. But it brings in the age-old question: is what do you do? You know, do you just burn it? With a white oak log like that, it's worth taking the chance. If you have, which I do here, you know, in the Northeast, we're Boat Builderville here, we have the market for the white oak. If you don't have the market for the log, or if the log's a low dollar log, you know, you're probably better off not milling it. But in this case, you know, white oak's going for big bucks right now. Big bucks, like $15 a board foot. So let's just say 10 at the low side. You know, it's well worth milling that log at 10 bucks a board foot. Son of a bitch. Friggin' mail truck in the road. Should we go around them if they don't move? That'd be great. You know, if you don't have the, if that's a pine log, and unfortunately for pine, is the black doesn't bleed through like it does on oak. But if that's just a pine log, you probably don't mill it. You know, maybe you do. I don't know. You know, maybe you take a chance. It's 30 bucks a band on the high side, 20 bucks a band on the low side. Sometimes if it's small enough and you take a chance and you hit something small enough, it's okay. If it's big stuff, then, and you roach your band and have to cut the band out in the whole 9 yards, you know, and you ruin what you're cutting. The only good part about hitting something is you can dig it out, you know, but the age-old question is, if you run a metal detector across it and you detect metal and you can't find it, what do you do? And that is a legitimate question. You know, I've stopped a log. I've been milling for a customer before at his house on oak, not white oak, red oak. One summer back, several years ago, where I stopped and I just said, I'm not putting another saw on that log. You know, there's enough is enough. I've wrecked enough chains. But other than that, I don't think that I've ever not milled a log because I saw black staining on it. You know, there's a chance you'll miss it. It just seems like most of the time, you know, your band is a metal detector in itself. You know, if there's metal in there, it'll find it. But, you know, that is a legitimate question. Are you going to say no, or are you going to go ahead and mill it anyway? Most of the time, I'm going to mill it anyway. And with this kind of quality of log, the thing that sucks is it's, you know, a lot of the boards are going to be black stained. Now, I've done a $25,000 desk out of white oak, 40 feet long, that had a lot of black staining in it that the customer loved it. But if somebody's looking for, you know, pure white oak boards, and they're not going to paint them or not going to color them in any way, you know, is it okay to have some staining in them? And it's going to definitely cut down on the quality of them. So it's a legitimate question, one that there's really no good answer to. You know, no big commercial mill is going to take that log. That could be a reason why he called me. That, you know, he knows what he's got. Herb's not a dumb guy. Herb's a smart guy. Herb likes to make money. Herb knows he could have made money off that log selling it to somebody. He's been doing this long enough that I'm sure he has an outlet for it. And there's a real possibility that he saw that black staining and said, fuck. The other part of that is that it was in a cut. I forgot to bring a chainsaw with me. When I talked to Herb on the phone, Herb said, bring a chainsaw with you. I'm not sure if the cuts are all finished. And I was going to do that, and I forgot at home. So the way that log was bucked off, unless they purposefully pushed it back together, the way it was bucked off, the logs were lined up. I mean, you saw them on the video. They were lined up like it had been cut right there. There's a chance that he rolled it away, saw the black staining, and then rolled it back together, knowing he couldn't take it to his other person or get it to his other person, and said, let Bill take it. There's a chance of that. I don't think so. I don't think Herb is like nefarious. I think if Herb knew, he'd say to me, I think there's some metal in the log. Herb's a good guy. I mean, I like Herb. I think Herb likes me. So there's a chance he didn't see it. But we'll just have to take it from here. You know, what am I going to do with them? I'm not sure yet. But, you know, having a stash of white oak is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing. So, and that butt log's a really nice log. It's really get some nice lumber in it. Just hopefully, hopefully what we can do is when we run the metal detector, we find what was in it. I don't have high hopes of that because some of that staining's right towards the middle of the log. So we'll find out. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.